Hello Virgo, welcome to your March 2022 reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Please make sure you check all your placements to get a clear picture of what's going on for you this month. And as always, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate for all of you. Please take the bits that resonate and leave the rest behind. We have the Judge and the Seed. I think you're the first one to get two archetypes. I'm going to get two spirit animal oracles and then we will move on to your tarot. All right. We have the elephant and we have the lizard. All right. All right. Let's start with the seed. Okay. The seed is a beginning. It is the origin. It talks about the pearl right in the center. I feel that this is a very generative and fertile time for you to build something new in your life. And it's almost, I'm sure you've heard of growing pains, right? Because when, let's say a couple of things, let's say there's an egg that's about to hatch. The bird inside that egg needs to struggle in order to crack that egg open. That it's incredibly difficult for that bird considering it's so fragile and weak. And similarly, it talks about the grit, the sand that irritates an oyster, which eventually forms a pearl. So you may be going through those growing pains right now. I feel like things may be particularly difficult for you at this time. But eventually it's going to lead to growth. It's going to lead to abundance and something beautiful. If you can hear construction, I'm really sorry. I tried to start early for you guys so I wouldn't be disturbed, but well, the Judge. The Judge, and this is a very Virgo-y card for me. It's quite appropriate that it's popped up for you. The Judge is a critic. This is a diplomat. It could be an advocate. This is somebody who, it's almost an unconscious energy. It talks about wise discernment. It talks about judging something, but that judging energy can translate itself two ways. It can be something that brings about fear mongering, almost. Okay, hear me out. Sometimes the people that we judge, whether it is even ourselves, that judgment can be quite painful and it can build walls and separate us from the other. You know what I mean? But if this archetype is used in a conscious and healed way, it can talk about acceptance. It can talk about forgiving again and again. It can talk about advocating for civil rights even. And it can talk about standing up for the underdog. So I feel that love in this is the deciding factor because we are born to judge. Okay? Acceptance is wonderful, but there's always a bias that our brain operates on, right? We just need to be realistic. So you need to make sure that instead of really judging, you're focusing more on acceptance because everyone's different, right? No one's going to come up with the same energy as you over and over again, Virgo, right? So, and this could be something that you're experiencing from somebody else. You may be feeling judged by another. And I feel like if there is anything that you can do at this time is maybe teach them a gentle and graceful lesson as to how to be diplomatic. We have the lizard. The lizard is instinctual, sensitive, very sensitive to the subtle. And it's also the card of being a dreamer. I feel that as of now, you may be almost honing on to your sixth sense. And it's like you know exactly what is coming about for you. The lizard can be very perceptive. And, excuse me, I feel like right now, because the Hermit is your card, Virgo, it's almost like big crowds right now may be overstimulating to you, and travel and all of that may be draining you of that magical essence that you're born with. And I think this card coming about is an indication for you to pull back a little bit and maybe nourish yourself, cater to yourself at this time, because you're a very giving sign, Virgo. And sometimes you can lose yourself in other people and you don't give enough to yourself. Then we have the elephant. The elephant is unstoppable. The elephant is wise and it represents good fortune as well. I feel that, sorry, the bell. Give me a minute. Sorry about that. Okay. So, this talks about destroying obstacles, whatever makes you feel stuck. It talks about being assured that the path that you're on will soon become clear. I feel that, sometimes the elephant, it's also known that the elephant creates obstacles in order to steer one in the right direction. It's almost like the universe bringing about shakeups and tower moments so that whatever isn't correct for us just crumbles. It's, what was that quote? Rejection is the universe's redirection, or something like that. That's what I'm getting here. And I feel like with a little bit of self knowledge that we all have, once you dig a little deeper and find that inner wisdom, I feel that you will be able to steer yourself in the right direction. And in case you've been steered in a direction that has been different from what you had hoped, it's happened for a reason. Okay. Alright, that was a lot of information. Let's get a few cards out and see. All right. Okay, wow. It's a lot of cards. Nice. All right. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. Virgo. Let me skim over this spread and then I will clarify. I feel with the Queen of Pentacles, you are focusing on your stability, and this is again earth energy. I feel that you are focusing not just on material wealth but emotional wealth as well. You are nurturing your partnerships and your family at this time. With the King of Cups, this could be your energy, it could be someone surrounding you. The King of Cups is someone who is full of love, of course, but it is not somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve. It is a very calm energy, calm and patient. Someone who can almost control their emotions and doesn't fly off the handle. The Knight of Swords is an energy of news coming in. It could be a conversation coming in that can come about very swiftly when you least expect it to. The Three of Swords is pain. It is some kind of pain that you have been through. It could be heartbreak, it could be betrayal. With the Moon card, there is something that was hidden, and it's interesting how it's right under the King of Cups, because like I said, the King of Cups hides his feelings, and there's no gender in tarot. Just take the energy with you. With the Ace of Pentacles, though, what's lovely is that there is a new beginning, a new offer coming in. And what's interesting, you have the seed and you have the Ace of Pentacles. To me, the Ace of Pentacles is a seed. It is something that has to be worked upon and nourished in order to see it grow. It is a beautiful opportunity, but it's not whole and complete within itself. With the Five of Cups, the underlying current here is sadness. Some of you are not feeling like yourselves, Virgo. Whoa, I dropped a card. Yep, the Tower. It's like your foundation was shaken up. The High Priestess, Pisces energy. And the Ace of Cups, my goodness. You remember I said with the Lizard card that if it's time, it may be time to retreat a little bit. That is that High Priestess energy for me, that highly empathic and sensitive to the senses. Just being by yourself. I think this shake up that came about for you, it did actually make you retreat. I wonder why the Ace of Cups is here. I'm not going to address it just now, but it is a beautiful opportunity. Love coming in. This could very well even be the love that you pour into yourself. Nourish yourself. Um, all right. Too many cards, but we'll take it. We have the Death card. This guy has been popping up a lot for a lot of signs. And again, Virgo, I cannot even begin to tell you. One of the reasons I decided to theme this recording and just use Kim Grant's decks, it was for aesthetic purposes, no joke. But I have realized these cards speak so beautifully to each other. They keep clarifying themselves, almost kind of doubling the energy that they come with. And the universe is just slapping me in the face. I stopped taking so many cards out. I said what I said. The King of Cups clarifying the King of Cups. And we have the Queen of Wands on top of that. This was the end of a relationship. I'm not getting career here, and it's been like this for most signs. I feel whatever this relationship was, and this is a very similar energy to Virgo, it's almost like the fire went out. Things were just not moving the way they were supposed to. There was too much quiet. There was too much silence. There wasn't too much communication. There wasn't too much expression of love. I'm tempted to get one card right in the middle. Yeah, I thought so. The Four of Swords. I feel like this healing, getting over this pain, whatever it is, might just help renew this relationship. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me pull some more cards out. We have the Page of Wands. And we have the Moon again. Wow. Very cohesive reading, I have to say. And we have the Six of Swords. Yeah, exactly. Moving away from chaos. The Six of Swords can be seen as two energies. It can be running away, or it can be moving away. Some of you may actually physically be moving, but I feel that you're almost trying to get your sense of adventure back. You may have been in that lizard energy and that high priestess, Four of Swords energy, but I feel that with the Page of Wands and also the Knight of Swords, you're almost getting the momentum back in your life. Now, if this was based on some kind of idea that you had with the Knight of Swords, or it was some kind of conversation that brought a bounce back in your step, I just feel like you're moving away from the darkness and into the rainbow. And I feel it has a lot to do with this Four of Swords, with the healing that has been going on behind the scenes. Three of Swords, Seven of Wands, Five of Pentacles. Let go of the pain. I feel like you're holding on to it, because the Seven of Wands is a very defensive energy. And the Queen of Swords, yeah, cut it out. Cut out this pain, Virgo. I'm not saying forget it. I mean, it is a lesson that you had to learn, and it is something that's going to stay with you forever. But I feel like you need to think more with your head than your heart at this time. And I've said this twice to two other signs before you. When the heart is broken, one cannot rely on it to make wise decisions. Your brain is wired to, protect you. There is that survival instinct. And your brain will only operate from logic. It's not going to operate from a bias. Your heart is what brings about those feelings and makes your brain, make unwise decisions sometimes that may not be for our highest good. So I feel like you need to use your head more than your heart right now and cut out what isn't serving you. Because feeling all of this, the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, it's very painful energy. Beautiful. We have three aces officially. For some of you, I'm getting, wow, okay. For some of you, I'm getting that you were the one who exited this relationship. And I am feeling that whoever it is you were dealing with, I'm getting two things. Whoever it is you are dealing with has not let you go. Someone who's holding on for dear life. But then again, They may come about with a renewed offer. They may. And this is bordering on being a very generic tarot reading, and I had promised myself I wouldn't do those, but I can't ignore what's on the table. I feel that they may be coming about with the same BS. Because the moon card being right at the bottom, I feel things are still unclear, things are still hidden. There is no change in this person's attitude. So I think you will be left with another predicament. Should I accept, should I not, with the Two of Pentacles? I feel this is the time when you need to judge. You need to judge, and because the archetype, like I said, has two facets to it: to judge and to accept. Sometimes acceptance can lead to destruction of self. Sometimes you don't need to accept, you need to cut out and judge. We have the Sun, happiest card in the deck. We have the Two of Wands. We have, oh, the Knight of Cups. I feel, okay, again, I'm getting two things again. I feel that either, excuse me, either this person comes about with a renewed energy. There's almost like a start and stop energy here. Start, stop, start. And I feel like once you start addressing the problems that this relationship came with, and you start cutting out the BS, this person finally gets the act together, leaves behind the nonsense, and comes about correctly with that stability. Because you're starting off with the Ace of Cups and you're ending with the Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes the Ace of Cups can just be a very wishy-washy cup of love. Oh, you know, it's all dreamy and rainbows and sunshine. But the Ace of Pentacles is grounded, it's stable, it's something that you can work upon. So that energy shift that's coming about here is quite wonderful, and it will bring about happiness. For the others, I am getting that if you successfully cut out this relationship and you remove it from your energy field entirely, it's like you're making space for a new relationship to enter your life. And I feel like it's going to be everything that you've ever wanted. We have happiness, we have stability, we have love. But this will only happen once you leave behind what wasn't serving you, what was putting you in this Five of Cups energy. We do have Emperor. I've been shuffling all this while. We have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck. This is Aries energy, but I think it's also telling me that there is an eclipse on this card. The eclipse is blocking out the sun. The moon right here is blocking out the sun. You understand what I mean? You need to remove this moon energy from your environment. Anything that is uncertain, that isn't serving you, needs to go, so that you can experience growth. If the moon wasn't blocking the sun, the tree would grow a lot faster. That means your life would grow a lot faster. There would be more abundance coming in. So anything that is unclear needs to be removed. Any non-communication, non-action, and no change in behavior needs to be removed at this time. Okay, I hope this reading helped you, Virgo. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.